Dead Prez says you can do fresh first, so you can. Okay, I'll do fresh first then. Then we'll do Dead Prez. Right, fresh replay review. Now, don't tell everyone in chat what rank this is, because then they can guess what rank you are based on the replay. I don't think you told me either, which is great. That means I can guess. I think I did just spoil it with the replay name. Yeah, if you didn't see it, obviously you can still play along. You could try and guess the rank. If you did see it, I'm going to ask you to, try not to spoil it, but also throw in some red herrings. When I ask for people to guess the rank, instead of just guessing nothing, guess it randomly. Just put in a random number when we're guessing the rank at the end, just to make it less obvious who the people who are cheating are, if you want to help out the people who actually didn't see. So we're playing 3v3 with two teammates. We're up against some Cynet teammates. Let's see how it goes from the start. Okay, we've taken boost on the wrong side. Fresh, I'm not going to go into detail on this because I've said this in stream several 100 million times. But usually when you go for boost on this side, you're about 50% of the time you're boost starving your guy who goes for the ball. Shadow in this case. So you should almost never take the boost on this side. Taking the boost on this side is fine, which we didn't do. But if you're going to take the boost with one and cheat with the other, I'd recommend taking the boost behind the player who's going for the kickoff and cheating with the other guy. In this case, you're this guy. Don't let your spawning position dictate who goes for boost. Always be smart about it. Try and grab the boost behind your teammate who's going for the kickoff. You've stopped since. Yeah, that's good. Good save. Good. Looks like this is one of the cases where our poor teammate who just did the kickoff is now boost starved. Poor guy. Okay, let's take a look at Bishop of Andrews. Bishop Adamar. I don't know how to say this. Yeah, so no idea what the point of this touch is. Total wasted touch. He just gave the ball to the last man in the other team. Complete waste. Try to stay calm in that position instead of just rushing. Okay, this is a good leave for your third man, who hasn't done the best job clearing it, but at least he did hit the ball. It's Shadow in this case. Let's see what he saw. Yeah, it looks like he's just got the wrong idea for how to clear this ball. So already I'm seeing a pretty consistent pattern for you and your team. And that is you guys are all just hitting the ball as hard as you can away from your goal, whatever position you're in. Like this touch here, let's just hit it as hard as we can away from our goal. Oh wait, that's exactly where the opponent is. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Just controlling this ball on the back wall would have been a good idea. Even hitting it into the corner would have been a good idea. But a lot of 3v3 teams fall into this trap where they just hit the ball as hard as possible away from their goal on every single touch. And it's not a very good idea. Okay, somehow this has worked out. We've got an infield pass option, which we probably should have gone for. I like the idea of getting the ball moving quickly here. This is smart to avoid demos on anyone who's catching up to you. I think it would have definitely been possible to infield pass this. If you just steer into the ball and side flip here, it's probably a perfect pass. So I don't know why we slowed down. See here, we've intentionally slowed down. See here, we're supersonic. Now we're slowed down. Not really necessary. I think we should have just tried to either infield pass this or get a bit further ahead and then cut into the ball harshly. Would have been a really difficult shot for the other team to save. Definitely a much better option than what we ended up doing. Yeah, I'm not sure about this boost grab because we might have to make a save. Oof, well, we got away with it, but yeah, when
Hello John McDonald, how are you today?
when you look back and see this, maybe don't go for the
I've
boost.
watched Gravity Falls 6 times and got a new puppy. I hope your quarantine is going well. Keep up the good work, man.
I don't know what Gravity Falls is, but hey, new puppy, that is a huge win for the quarantine. Josh, thanks for the £3, £9 donation. I really appreciate it, man. My quarantine's going great. Yeah, I'm just doing the usual, just streaming, organizing tournaments and stuff, casting. It's good fun, making the most of it, But yeah, like I was going to say, Fresh, here, you've taken a look at what's happening, and it's quite clear that you have one guy back alone here. Shadow is trying to recover and pressure the ball, but you have one guy back, and he's not in a very defensive position. So if I were you here, you kind of just have to get back to your goal as quickly as possible, because this ball could easily scramble into the near post area and you might have to make a save. So, you just have to go back straight down the middle here. There's no time for this boost grab. I mean, like, look what happens here. If this ball bounces up over this group of players, then SQ rims to your left would have a free shot, because we're not there. So we should probably have gone back quicker there. Okay, decent 50-50. We've recovered in the wall nicely as well. Be careful not to waste all this boost that we're grabbing. And yeah, miscommunication here. Nice shot by our teammate. Yeah, there was really no reason for you to go for this if he's got the shot. Obviously, there's two options here. Either he takes the shot, or we go up and pass it off the corner wall, but it's hitting it straight into this wall for our third man who's behind us. It's really up to him whether or not he thinks he can get it. And he does, and the other team are all out the goal. 1-0. Saw one of my tutorials on YouTube, but not sure which one. I don't have too many tutorials on YouTube, but I've got a few. My tutorial with the most views is just tips for all ranks. Okay, this was a bit messy. Not sure why we dodged forward here. Bit of understeer on this turn. Missed the ball. It's just a sidewall read that we need to work on, but yeah, be careful with your positioning. Open net. Too slow. Took just a bit too much time to go for that, I think. We could definitely be going faster here. Okay, this is definitely a misplay. Driving into the corner here for no reason. Like, our two teammates are already both in the corner. It's almost never a good idea to join them inside corner like this, because now, if the other team bounce the ball off the corner, if they bounce it off the back wall, if they bounce it off the side wall, if any high ball comes across here, we have nobody ready in goal to attack it. So this is definitely not a good idea. Just as a general, like that's specific to this situation, this position. But in general, if both of your teammates are in the corner, the position that you want to be in is just near post, inside the near post here. You don't want to be back post, because that's leaving way too wide open of a top left corner for the other team to shoot in if they do happen to get a shot off. Like, if we're here and this guy goes up and shoots the ball to the top left, we're not saving that shot. Whereas if we're here and he shoots the ball top left, we're saving it top right as they're looking at it. We're saving that as well. High ball, we can see it, we can read it. Infield pass, we can intercept that as well. Like, near post is definitely the best position to be in if both your teammates are in the corner. Just in general. Not going to go into details with this. I meant for the kickoff. Okay. This is, fine to fly after that. Just got to communicate it to your teammates so they can leave it. A lot of double commits for you guys. A lot of double commits. Oof, okay. Well, going for this ball is fine because we are clearly beating that third man. But taking a shot is not a good idea in my opinion, because there's a good chance that he'll block it if we put it on target. And if we don't put it on target, then really what's the point in shooting? So I think the better play here would be to use the sidewall. Like, that's their last man back. If we can really quickly blast the ball into the sidewall to our left, then we can maybe score an open net after it bounces back into the middle, instead of trying to take a shot on a very obviously pre-jumping goalkeeper. Is he stealing your boost? It's a bit unlucky that there was literally no boost on the way back here. We're very all in on the big boost pads though on our rotation out. Very, very all in. Like, a lot of times that you're rotating out, you're only going towards big boost pads, not even checking to see if it's there in this case. Whereas if you saw it wasn't there, it would probably have been smarter to dodge or infield a little bit, not near the wall, so you can grab boosts on your way back. And here, dodging into this challenge is not very good. Just double jumping would have been better, because then you would actually land on the wall when you miss the challenge, if you miss the challenge. Oof, okay, be careful about dunking your teammate there. Okay, we had a lot of time there, but we beamed it. How did we bean it? Well, kind of just autopiloting forward again. There's a lot of autopilot. in these games. We're just kind of driving forward and making life very difficult for ourselves. Okay. Teammate should really be getting to that ball much faster. Bishop of Andrew. How did he take so long to get to this? Let's see. Okay, he's dead. Just a bit of a slow takeoff. Let's see again. Yeah. So the reason he takes so long to get to this is because he jumps up and then he tries to accelerate in the air while feathering his boost. Now, a play like this, where there's a shot coming in, the only thing that matters is speed. Because you know that the opponents are going to go for this. So getting to the ball as fast as possible is the most important thing. And if we want to get to this ball as fast as possible, jumping as early as this and then flying forward in a straight line is not a good idea. You'll see here that the boost line that we took as we jumped and then we kind of flew straight forward. It would have been much better to just accelerate briefly on the ground and then double jump into the ball, because that's much quicker. Like if you're not already moving supersonic, it's quicker to accelerate on the ground and jump at the last minute, jump at the very last second possible that is needed to reach the ball in time, and then we would get to this ball much faster. Also, feathering the boost in this position makes no sense because we just let them beat us to the ball. Should have conceded, but they missed. And that's a goal because we left the net open. Looks like everybody misplayed here. So, bit of a panic for Shadow. He has to go for this. Bounces off the opponent. Okay, looks like he really couldn't do anything about this. Fair enough. He's not really to blame here. Bishop gets beaten to the ball. Tries to recover. Looks like he's definitely 1,000,000% getting beaten to this ball, so I really don't know why he's dodging at this. And then in your case, yeah, we can't leave the net open here. Really silly boost grab. Yeah, too much autopilot. There's been two things that have been really consistent problems for this team. Again, we're taking the boost on the wrong side, worth mentioning. Our poor kickoff man keep getting boost starved. Poor Shadow this time has no boost. He's like gonna drive around forever looking for some. Yeah, the two real consistent problems are the hits that you guys are making just in general tend to be giving away the ball too much. Nice little trip on the goalpost there. And yeah, you're getting baited in quite often. Like, why is there a double commit here? This should never, ever, ever happen. For one, we don't even have enough boost to reach the ball. And two, we could see Bishop jumping, so why would you? We can't be going for that. Okay, corner wall pass is good here. That's not the corner wall, that's just going to bounce into their goalie. So, I said that I've been talking about this quite a lot in recent streams, but if we got up quicker here, and we hit the ball straight into the diagonal wall, then it will center awkwardly for the other team to defend. It will bounce off this wall, and it will go all the way out into this area, which is exactly where a third man should be coming in if he's paying attention. Looks like Shadow is still looking for boost for some reason. He has 100 boost. Oh, Shadow, where are you going, mate? Shadow, what on earth is this? Shadow, we have 100 boost. Yeah, ideally the play here, when this happens, is, well, Shadow doesn't dodge away to the middle of nowhere. He would see that this is a really, really juicy high ball that Fresh can pop straight off the corner wall, and he would turn this way and get ready to attack that ball and shoot. But he's got 94 boost and he's looking for more boost. Okay. Started follow along with Shadow for a bit there. Okay, our team have scored. Nice. Alright. My heart, ouch. Yeah, it just looked like you didn't know that that pass was an option. It also didn't look like Fresh knew that that pass was an option either. Because it is kind of, I guess, it's kind of a new thing in ranked that the corner wall is getting used. Obviously, a high rank play has always been a thing. But in lower level ranked, and by lower level ranked, I mean everything that isn't like 1800 plus. The corner wall isn't really being used that much for passing. But if you see that your teammate in front of you has an option to just blast the ball into the corner wall, just drive up into the middle, because the ball's going to bounce back into the center from there. And it's also going to be going away from the goalkeeper while it does. So we've taken the boost on the right side this time. That's good. Our kickoff man is not getting boost starved here. But we're kind of still getting magneted into the play. Like, the play is happening in front of us and we're just too close to it to really do anything. Like, this is just too close to react. We're too close to the play. Because whatever happens in this, like, big blunder, this big car pile, is probably going to go over our heads like this. You know, if we're a bit further back, like just hanging about maybe here, this kind of position, then when this like 50-50 happens, there's a decent chance we'd probably want to be, you know, more goal side, by the way, as well. Like, I think the best position would be here, because then if he shoots, we can actually save it. But if we're at this distance and like a hit comes out that's weak, we could just shoot it. You know, a weak touch like this, we can maybe get on the end of that and just shoot it, because they had nobody back. But we're kind of just autopiloting forward. Another trip on a goalpost. Yeah, Shadow just driving across the middle of the field here. I mean, it's okay to break rotation like that if you think you have a play on the ball. That is a lot of wasted boost. There's nobody going up for this with the other team. Absolutely nobody at all. So, I mean, the play is to conserve boost while we go for it. We could just dodge towards the wall and then drive up the wall instead of flying towards the ball and wasting a bunch of boost and also hitting it the wrong way, because we made life really difficult on ourselves. Okay, good thing that we're like turning on off ball cam. This is a pass. Okay, never mind. So let's see what Bishop sees here. So the ball's gone middle. Okay, yeah. So definitely when this happens, you want to leave the ball for your goalkeeper to come out and hit a pass down the line, because this is just a really easy clear for the goalkeeper. And the best way you can help him in that position is by making a run down the line. Like right here, if I'm Shadow and I see the ball bouncing into this position, I'm running down the line as a pass option. Then you let Fresh come out and he can pass to you and then shoot. It's a goal. You know, passing down the line in that position is really sick. Don't worry, chat. You guys who didn't have the rank spoiled earlier can all guess at the end here. And walking into the world's most obvious dunk award goes to Shadow. Excellent pass. This is a very common mistake as well, of course. Just hitting the ball directly into the most obvious dunk imaginable, just because you're, you know, trying to get the ball towards the other team's goal too much. Like I said, I think most of the problems for you guys is just autopilot kicking in. Don't hit the ball straight into opposition as much as you do. Don't hit the ball towards the opposition as much as you do. Don't just get sucked towards the ball as much as you do. If you guys can do just those three things better, you're already going to get so much higher rank together. Oh, that was a bit laggy. Nice position in the goal, and then we totally beamed the clear. But we gave ourselves a, you know, I mean, it's an okay position in the goal. We are kind of in the middle of the goal. Facing away from it is the question here. Why would we face away from the ball? I don't know. Not really any need to. Like, we can face forward in this position and be just fine. We would want to face like away if we're in this kind of position here, near post. Because the ball's obviously going to, you know, pass by while we face this way no matter what. But when we face the ball or this direction here, like, what if the ball just ends up going near post? We're facing total wrong way. We have to turn like more than 90 degrees to get to that ball, whereas if we just face the ball in the middle of the goal, the most we're ever going to have to turn to cover the whole goal is like 45 degrees to the right, or just go straight forward, you know? Like, just face the ball here and you're fine. Would have made this clear a lot easier. But I like that we're inside the goal at least. But yeah, we by facing the wrong way, look how long we have to wait for the ball to come to us. We're waiting. Now we can hit it, and it's not even a good hit when we do hit it. If we face the ball, we can accelerate into the ball, hit it much harder, hit it much more accurately, hit it away from the opposition. Yeah, maybe you thought that guy was going to dribble into the wall, but we definitely hesitated here. Okay, be careful with these like commitments into position. Okay, the other team are all off the line. He's missing. He's missing. He's missing. Okay, we missed as well. Yeah, this guy, super obvious miss. He does not look like he has a clue what he's doing with this overhead clear. He flies off in the totally wrong direction. We need to punish that. We need to be shooting the ball like now while the net's still open, not now when the net is defended. And yeah, the shot has to be better than this, unfortunately for us. We just hit the ball super slowly. In that position, I would always be yelling he's missing to my team. Because if he is missing, great. If he's not, who cares? It's a good idea to go for it anyway. And here, it looks like we've just kind of turned in a weird position. And a couple of weird turns here made life difficult for us. But let's look at Shadow in this play as well. Because it's actually, he is here. So this is relevant. Notice that we've, again, just kind of been only focused on one thing, and that is to hit the ball towards the other team's goal. See, we're trying to get around the ball here, hit it towards the other team's goal. I think this is probably a pass to ourselves off the back wall. But the corner wall's right here, and it's actually the better option. If we just pop the ball into the corner wall here, it's going to bounce up, and it's going to bounce middle gloriously for Bishop, and it's going to be really difficult for the defense to read at the same time, and it happens much faster. This bounce off the back wall, not difficult to read. Just going to hang about here. The other team are going to clear it with ease. But yeah, I really want to encourage you guys to use the diagonal wall in offense. Because this was, again, another situation where we could do it. It is worth mentioning that if we were quicker here, if we reacted really fast to this play, we probably could have just scored as well. Like right here, if we boost and power slide perfectly, you can probably get a hook shot on target. But the mistake was that we just drove too close to the ball. We turned right too soon instead of taking a wider line to the left, getting around the ball, and then power sliding around it. But yeah, besides that, I also want to encourage the corner wall usage. Bishop was right there, ready to follow up. Not sure why fresh turns here. There's already ball pressure. We don't need to also pressure the ball. We should just be getting ready to clear this, or to intercept this clear. And here we're off the goal line, so it's a bit awkward for us to attack this ball. I think if you turned just inside the goal line there, you would have had a much easier time intercepting that. In effort, thanks to the 3-month Prime. Welcome back to the stream, bro. Okay. Not the best outcome here. Got a couple of options. Either we could boost away from the play, turn, and then get ready to turn again, or boost away from the play, turn, and then blast it, or just try and control it. In which case, don't let the ball bounce. If you want to control the ball like this, don't let it bounce and then hit your car, because it's going to go way up in the air. If you want to catch this, you have to catch the ball before it touches the ground. Like you should be catching the ball there. That's where you want to hit it with the front end of your car, because it's going to really neutralize the ball's speed. But you don't want to hit it with the side of your car, because then the ball will actually be beside you, which you can't really do much with. It has to be the nose of your car as you turn into it. How many bits here from text to speech? It's either 250 bits, any donation, or any resub. Oh, Shadow with a big play. Never mind. Looking for the side flip. Went for the doink. Just wasn't meant to be. Lands on the ball. Huge chaos ensues. Man. Oh, you've got to be joking me. Bishop. With a touch that just really sums this game up perfectly. What a waste of possession this is. We've got the most glorious counter-attack opportunity here. Look at this. Kronovi completely out the game. Useless. Not getting back to tackle you for about 2 months. The other guy, I can't even find him. He's over here. What is he doing? They're both totally out of the game. So we're essentially in a 1v1 with Coutinho. So our number one, our first job here is to take a first touch that, firstly, doesn't give the ball straight away to Coutinho, but number two, also doesn't like slow down the play so much that one of the defenders who's miles out of position is actually going to catch up on you. So you just want to, do a light first touch here. Not a light one, just a first touch that will be closer to you than Coutinho. A little dribble. But no, we jump up and we give him the ball. And then we get insanely lucky, but also I think he just missed, because what on earth is he doing? Just giving away the ball. Did we accidentally hit it a second time? I think we did. Look at that outplay. 3-3, easy. Bishop with the second touch. And the demo. Huge play. Absolutely massive. But yeah, that was that touch really summed up this game for me, where everybody's panicking, everybody's rushing towards the ball, everybody's just trying to get the ball towards the other team's goal in any way, shape or form as quickly as possible. There's no thought to control, no thought to using 50-50s to our advantage. That was a bit of a risky challenge because we weren't really coming in goal side. Oh dear. Okay. Let's see what happened from Shadow's POV. Because there's definitely a 50-50 about to go down, so it's good to see that Shadow's going back to the goal. I would say that when it went high over you in this position, you probably just want to go back to the goal and be in the goal. Like when this happens, just go back to the goal, turn in the goal, and then consider your options. Because if you go back to the goal and turn, you're probably going to be there by now. And then you can decide whether or not it's a good idea to drive out of the goal to challenge this. In this case, it would not be a good idea until one of your teammates says that he's back, then you can go. But you guys, you got to talk about that. But just in general, if you want to limit your mistakes, just stay as far back as possible. Same thing here with Bishop. He just doesn't rotate into the goal, so he ends up in an awkward position. Let's watch it from his perspective. See, ball bounces across, and he's like, uh-oh, that's a tough bounce to read. Because when you are in this position, when you're right in the middle of the box, when you're off the goal line here, it is a tough bounce to read. Much harder than if you're here, and then you see this bounce and you just drive straight at the ball. Much easier to drive at this ball than the one that we're currently trying to go for. It's fine though, because the other team haven't got a clue how to shoot either. Okay. Guess we're just going to let them score. Guess we're just feeling really generous. Had all the time in the world, just waited for him to get to the ball first. And then we don't even challenge goal side. Fresh. Come on, man. Come on. Did you just AFK here? Also, it's worth mentioning, if you can only cover one post, like obviously here, it's hard to cover the whole goal because you're not close enough to the ball to save literally every shot. But if you're going to save just top right or top left in this position, save top right because it's closer to the goal. That'll at least give your goalkeeper more time to react to whatever does happen. Like cover the near post with your shot stopping if you only have the option to cover one post. Don't cover far post, because near post the ball's going to be in just in the blink of an eye. Whereas far post, bit longer for Bishop to react, It is very juicy content, Fresh. I mean, it went in at 0 seconds as well. I only just noticed. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, it happens. It happens. But hey, the good news is that there was definitely a lot in this replay that I was able to talk about and give you guys tips on. So if you watch back this VOD, plenty of things that you can easily improve on. A lot of the strategical suggestions that I'm making are not difficult to add to your game. So you guys are going to have a good time with that. In terms of mechanics and long-term improvements, it's pretty much just the usual stuff. I would encourage you guys to use the walls more to make your passes. So let's not guess the ranks yet, guys, before I lose my train of thought. But yeah, corner wall to make passes. This wasn't really being done enough. Just whenever the ball is in offense, just bouncing it off the corner wall is really sick. to set up passes. It's a really difficult wall for the defense to read compared to the back wall. Back wall is much easier for the defense to read. The reason being that it's more intuitive to read a wall that you know exactly where it is and what angle it is at, but also because that's more often the wall that people will use to center the ball. Like, people are more often centering the ball by bouncing it off the back wall than they are by bouncing it off the corner wall, which is why people have just got less practice reading corner wall bounces like this one. So if you can hit the corner wall, I'd encourage you to do so. Experiment with it, experiment following up on it quickly, because you're actually going to get to the ball much faster when it bounces off the corner wall than when it bounces off the back wall. And when it comes to defense, it's all about using that side wall for setting up clears. You can pass to your goalie off the side wall. If the ball is kind of in the corner and it's somewhat contested, you could just pass to your goalie like this. Just bop it off the side wall, and then he comes out for the clear. If it's not safe for you to make the clear for yourself, if you're thinking, okay, I want to clear this, but there's a defender or there's a challenge coming in right in front of me, instead of doing that, just play it off the side wall, and then either you can take it again or a teammate behind you can take it. Just don't get dunked on, basically. Tentative timeline of Salt Mine. I mean, I'd certainly hope to do it before the next RLCS. That's all I can say. That's what I want to do. Okay, Dead Prize, I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, big thanks to Fresh for sending that replay. It was a really interesting one. Good to see a team every once in a while, full team, so we can talk about everybody. Chat, it's time to guess the rank. If you already know the rank, because you saw it earlier when I accidentally leaked it on stream, just write a random rank to make it harder to spot the people who are cheating. Let's see what people are going for. Wow, lots of Champ 1s, Champ 2s, and Champ 3s immediately. Plat 3 as well, Diamond 3, Champ 1s. There's lots of Champ 1s. Good news for me is that I should have really been able to see what the rank was when I accidentally spoiled it on stream earlier, but I clicked so fast that I didn't really have time to look and see what it was. I just knew based on what I quickly spotted on the title that I had spoiled it. I was like, okay, that was definitely a rank in the title, but I forgot what it was. But yeah, to me it looked like a Champ 2 game. I would say definitely looked like Champ 2. Champ 3 is possible because sometimes you just get a Champ 3 lobby where people aren't playing as well. But yeah, I'd say it probably looked like Champ 2 to me. Let's see. No, wait, that's not it. C3 lobby after hitting C2 for the first time. Wow. I guess my guess was accurate in some way. How, says Awesome Scorpion. Why, what did you think it was, Scorpion? It looked really Champ 2 to me, yeah. Very Champ 2, Champ 3 lobby. It makes sense. You thought it was Champ 2 on a bad day. You really thought this was gold? No way. You're just bad? No, really. I mean, pretty good if you look at the percentage of players. Look like Diamond 2, Diamond 3? No. Get out of here. If you think that looked like Diamond 2, Diamond 3, then you must be like a delusional Champ 1 player. You must be looking at this replay thinking, well, I'm definitely better than these players. They must be Diamond 2, Diamond 3 at best. When really you just haven't watched your own replays and seen how bad you are. Yeah, what Fresh said. Just watch your own replays if you want to see how bad you are at the game.